The main thing about this place, I think, is that it's an old building, so it creaks a lot, and you know, it's gonna make noise, you know.
Sure.
But there's noise and there's noise, you know. You know, I'm up here 50, 60 times a day, you know, when I'm here, and like once a week, sometimes a little longer, maybe once every 2 weeks. There's just something different up here. You don't know what it is. It's heavy. It feels weird. You know, your hair stands up back of your neck. I actually got this old this menu, but just kind of really shows the character of how far this building goes back. It was built in 1891. There's actually a cattle drive going on around it. There was an old hotel across the street, and it burned back in the 20s. But this picture, I think, was taken from that roof. And actually, our special event center over here is currently there, so it's got some really cool history with it. I'll kind of take you through. To be honest, everybody thinks, "Oh, I'm not going upstairs." It's haunted. You're there, but I've heard of weird stuff happen in every corner of this place. So everybody just likes to think upstairs is a hot area. I think room 2 is probably. I don't know what it is about this room, but I've heard a lady who stayed here, and she had some white glowing thing come over her husband and her in bed one night, at the bar one night. I've never seen anything, heard anything in this room, but this is the room that creeps me out, and I don't know why. I usually don't come in here. I usually just keep the door shut, light off, and just ignore it, because I just don't like being in here. I don't know, like I've heard how be the landing. Like I said, everywhere I think that you've got a potential of finding something if it's here. But I mean, there's different stories from multiple people saying they've seen a little girl standing in the window. Somebody supposedly has a picture of it somewhere, although the picture can never be produced somewhere else. So live if you want. There's people said they've seen a little girl standing on the landing here looking down the stairs. One of my staff members who's here, the young girl just came up and said that she was up here. This was during the day. They hit that landing and was going to head up the stairs, and she saw a reflection out the window of a lady in a Victorian dress standing here with a like a bun in her hair. You know, with like this room is actually a private museum. And if you buy into the theory that objects could be haunted, I mean, a house is an object, I don't know, a painting or something could be haunted. This is a museum of Emperor Maximilian I of Mexico. Died in 1867 by firing squad by the Mexican Republicans. He was a puppet government for the French. And so all the objects, with the exception of the bed and these nightstands in here, came from the Emperor's private estate. China, his rosaries right back here. There's a picture of him and his wife. Both the paintings. And then all these different documents and stuff, all from Emperor Maximilian. So I think it'd just be funny if you're asking questions and he shows up. What's your name, Maximilian? Now that would be cool.
Right. That would be pretty cool.
So if objects could be haunted, this might be a place to think about, look at. If you've been on the internet and you Google Badu House Ghosts or something like that, you'll find all kinds of stuff. Some of the stuff you have posted on your website, almost all of them talk about room 6, which this being room 6. Personally, I've not had any weird feelings, anything out of here, but the stories of a little girl. There's several apparitions, but the little girl seems to pop up the most, and the weird thing is nobody knows where she came from. But there's a couple stories where we're walking through this door and into the room while people are sleeping, and they wake up and there's this little girl standing there. And then they say she doesn't just look like a little girl, she looks like a dead little girl. Like, not just like, oh, you lose your mind, like, oh. I was sitting here about 2 months ago. I'd been upstairs about 45 minutes by myself, and just sitting here typing, and instantly there was this overpowering. You ever been with that friend, or you've been in the mall or something, somebody wears too much cologne, you can taste it? Like that. Like, it was so strong. And I didn't have any air fresheners in here or anything at the time. And instantly I started looking around and said, oh, hell, I know what that is. And I looked through the door, and I thought I saw something move by the door, but my imagination, who knows. It lasted for about 3 minutes.
Wow.
I didn't leave, I just kind of was like, it's weird, and I kept typing. I was like, this is really weird. And then sitting there, and there was a shadow here, and I saw something kind of move like that. I mean, realistically, it could have been a headlight coming through the other office window or something. I don't know, but it got my attention. And then, this is all the same time. And then I'm hearing like where you're standing, right about, if I had to guess, hear like cloth rubbing together, like rustle, rustle, rustle. And I kind of lean out and look, some stuff in there. And it kind of sounded like it was maybe halfway into that other room. Rustle, 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 rustle. You know, I heard a third sound. I was like, "Did he need me downstairs?" And I got to about the fourth stair from the bottom, and one of these doors. Just step out here for a second. One of these doors, and it was just that. Wow. And my body took over, and I jumped about the last 4 stairs, and I shot around the corner. You know, whether there's anything here or not, it's certainly the house does enough things that makes our imagination take care of the rest. I don't know, but maybe half the stuff we imagine, but maybe it all happens. I don't know. But you guys poke around and see what you can find. And,